President Obama addressed the abortion issue in his commencement speech at University of Notre Dame this morning.
With abortion being a topic of debate, some stars have weighed in and shared their personal stories to shed light on the situation. On May 7th, Brian Kemp, Georgia's governor, signed a bill into law that bans abortion when a fetal heartbeat is detected at 6 weeks.
I realize that some may challenge it in the court of law, but our job is to do what is right, not what is easy.
Alabama legislators also recently passed a bill that would effectively ban abortions in the state and criminalize doctors who provide them, which is absolutely wrong. Welcome to Trendy Vert, and today we will see the stories of some celebrities who had secret abortions and came out about them much later. Number 15, Jameela Jamil. In May 2019, Jamil shared an article from Slate on Twitter regarding Georgia's law and called it upsetting, inhumane, and blatantly demonstrative of a hatred of women, a disregard for our rights, bodies, mental health, and essentially a punishment for rape victims, forcing to carry the baby of their rapist. The actress said that having an abortion when she was young was for the better, both for me and for the baby I didn't want and wasn't ready for emotionally, psychologically, and financially. Jamil added that with the new law, she thinks that many children will end up in foster homes, and the influx will make it hard to find great fostering for them all. She also said that the new anti-abortion law is also especially targeted at those without the means ability to move state. Women who are marginalized, poor, or disabled will, as ever, be the ones to suffer the most. The wealthy will have so much more freedom.
This is a crisis, not just for women. This isn't just a way of policing women's bodies and controlling us, and it really has very little effect on men whatsoever.
Number 14, Milla Jovovich. Abortion is hard enough for women on an emotional level without having to go through it in potentially unsafe and unsanitary conditions, she said in a lengthy Instagram post in May 2019. I myself went through an emergency abortion 2 years ago. I was 4.5 months pregnant and shooting on location in Eastern Europe. I went into preterm labor and was told that I had to be awake for the whole procedure. Jovovich went on to say that it was one of the most horrific experiences she's gone through, and her stomach turns at the thought of women who may face unsafe conditions in order to get an abortion under new laws. The memory of what I went through and what I lost will be with me to the day I die, she said. Abortion is a nightmare at its best. No woman wants to go through that, but we have to fight to make sure our rights are preserved to obtain a safe one if we need to. I never wanted to speak about this experience, but I cannot remain silent when so much is at stake. Number 13, Nicki Minaj. Nicki revealed her abortion during a 2014 interview with Rolling Stone. I thought I was going to die, the rapper, who was in high school at the time, said. I was a teenager. It was the hardest thing I'd ever gone through. Minaj said that her choice has haunted me all my life. I'd be contradictory if I said I wasn't pro-choice, she added. I wasn't ready. I didn't have anything to offer a child. Number 12, Sherri Shepherd. Former The View co-host Sherri Shepherd said that she had more abortions than I would like to count. The comments, which came from an interview with a Christian magazine called Precious Times, sparked controversy. Shepherd later clarified, telling People in 2008 that the quote from the magazine excluded a part in which she said that she had suffered from a lot of shame and guilt. Shepherd also spoke about her abortions in 2012 during an episode of The View, while discussing a law passed that year in Texas that requires women to receive a sonogram from the doctor who will be performing the procedure at least 24 hours before the abortion. The law also requires the doctor to play the heartbeat of the fetus. I swear to God, if they had shown me a picture of the fetus, I would have put my child in a lot of situations that wouldn't have been good because I didn't have the mental capacity to deal with having a child, Shepherd said on the show.
We're gonna have 55 babies and now I gotta pay for all of those 55 babies. That's when I go.
Number 11, Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler had her first abortion when she was 16 years old. In an essay published by Playboy in 2016, Handler said that she had had 2 abortions in the same year. I was going through a very bad stage in my life, the comedian wrote. I hated my parents, and I was having unprotected sex with my boyfriend, who was not someone I should have been having sex with in the first place. Never mind unprotected sex. She went on to say that when she first got pregnant, she considered having the baby, but her parents convinced her to go to Planned Parenthood instead. When it was over, I was relieved in every possible way, she said. Handler added, we all make mistakes all the time. I happened to do so twice at the age of 16. I'm grateful that I came to my senses and was able to get an abortion legally without risking my health or bankrupting myself or my family. I'm 41 now. I don't ever look back and think, God, I wish I had that baby. Number 10. Naya Rivera. Glee star Naya Rivera wrote about her experience in a 2016 memoir titled Sorry Not Sorry, Dreams, Mistakes, and Growing Up. Rivera said that she had had an abortion after her first breakup with ex-husband Ryan Dorsey and showed up to the set of Glee shortly afterward to continue working. The actress said that she and her mom went to Planned Parenthood wearing disguises to avoid being recognized by anyone. We paid cash, leaving no paper trail, like it was a drug deal, she wrote. It was the worst experience of my life, Rivera added. It was incredibly painful. Your body is basically in labor with strong, frequent contractions. I was nauseous and kept going in and out of consciousness because of the pain. When I got up to work the next day, a little more than 12 hours after having a medical abortion, I had to put my cheerleading uniform back on and hope that the skimpy bloomers covered the giant pad I was wearing. Number 9. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg induced her abortion when she was 14. I didn't get a period, she said in a book titled The Choices We Made, 25 Women and Men Speak Out About Abortion. I talked to nobody. I panicked. I sat in hot baths. I drank these strange concoctions girls told me about, something like Johnny Walker Red, with a little bit of Clorox, alcohol, baking soda, and some sort of cream. You mixed it all up? I got violently ill. She added, at that moment, I was more afraid of having to explain to anybody what was wrong than of going to the park with a hanger, which is what I did. Number 8. Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams had an abortion while in high school. During a Nightline interview, Williams said that her mom didn't learn about her daughter's abortion until the two began co-writing a 2012 memoir titled, You Have No Idea. Being pregnant is the most frightening thing that happens in your life, the actress said. I knew in high school that's something I was not prepared to do or fight or struggle with. Number 7. Minka Kelly. Minka Kelly said that having an abortion when she was younger was the smartest decision I could have made. In an Instagram post, the actress said that her choice was beneficial to her then boyfriend and the unborn fetus. For a baby to have been born to two people, too young and completely ill-equipped, with no means or help from family, would have resulted in a child born into an unnecessary world of struggle, she wrote. Having a baby at that time would have only perpetuated the cycle of poverty, chaos, and dysfunction I was born into, she added. Forcing a child to be born to a mother who isn't ready, isn't financially stable, was raped, a victim of incest, isn't doing that theoretical child any favors. Number 6. Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan said that she's not ashamed of her abortion in response to a statistic posted by Ultraviolet stating that 1 in 4 women have an abortion by age 45. McGowan said, I was on birth control and it failed. I realized I could not bring a child into my world and simultaneously change the world. I do not regret my decision, and it was not made lightly. If you do not want an abortion, don't get one. My body, my choice, my life. Number 5. Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks confirmed that the Fleetwood Mac song Sarah was partially about her and Eagles member Don Henley's aborted child. Had I married Don and had that baby, and had she been a girl, I would have named her Sarah, Nicks told Billboard in 2014. The singer went on to say that the song is accurate, but not the entirety of it. Number 4. Ashley Judd. Ashley Judd had an abortion and said that if she didn't, she would have had to co-parent with my rapist. I'm a 3-time rape survivor, and one of those times I was raped, there was conception, Judd said at the Women in the World Summit in New York in April 2019. I'm very thankful I was able to access safe and legal abortion, because that rapist, who is a Kentuckian, as I am, and I reside in Tennessee, has paternity rights in Kentucky and Tennessee. I would have had to co-parent with a rapist. Number 3. Amber Tamblyn. Amber Tamblyn had an abortion in 2012. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, Tamblyn wrote on Twitter. I still think about it to this day, but these truths do not make me regret my decision. It was the right choice. For me, at that time in my life, I have not had a single doubt about this. Hashtag you know me. Number 2. Kathy Najimy. Kathy Najimy was 18 years old when she ended a pregnancy. Najimy said that she discovered her pregnancy, despite using birth control, after she and her first boyfriend broke up. I knew immediately that I was in no position to be a parent, she said during a speech given at a Planned Parenthood event in 2003. I was a college student on a scholarship with no job, no money, barely my own apartment, and of all things, a theater major. Not even something real. And, although he was a very nice guy, my ex-boyfriend was in also no condition to parent. Najimy went on to say that she was entitled to a safe and legal abortion, and she recognized her privilege. My choice was only possible because of the treacherous, hard-won battle of those who come before me, she said. Number 1. Kailyn Lowry. Teen Mom 2 star Kailyn Lowry said her mom forced her to have an abortion when she was 16. In her 2014 memoir, Pride Over Pity, the reality TV star said that she was raped by her then boyfriend. She wanted to keep the baby, but her mom told her to get an abortion. Looking back, I know why I should have had one because I was 16, she told OK Magazine. I didn't have a license. I didn't have a job. I had nothing. I was literally with my mom, and I don't even know if I even had my first job at that point. How my mom went about it and the things she said, I think she was embarrassed. So I get upset, but I think now looking back, it was the right decision. Do you know about any other celebrities who get abortions out of the public eye? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video too, and share it with your friends.